Hi there guys, welcome to the Dragon's Forge for another From the Forge review. Today I've got my buddy Kevin Vanetta here. If you've played anywhere in Tennessee, you've probably played against him once or twice before. Doing alright today, Kevin?
Pretty good.
Good. Well, we're going to be doing something really nice for you guys today. We're going to be opening a full box of Aether Revolt. There's 36 packs. We're looking for masterpieces. We're looking for Tezzeret. Who's some other big things we should be looking for?
You should be looking for Fatal Push.
Fatal Push
is one of the standout cards in this set. The standout card is not even rare or mythic.
Yeah. And we got a new counter spell this time, didn't we?
We got several new counter spells that are actually seeing play in standard. We have seen counter spells all the way up to 5 mana be actually good in this format right now because things are actually slowing down. Except for the main aggro deck that has popped up here recently, which is the green-black aggro deck.
Green-black aggro. Very interesting indeed. Well, we're going to open this up, and we're going to look and see. We'll pull the packs out and be right back. Boosters of Aether Revolt. And when we'll go through these cards, we'll bring them up close so you can see them. And on big cards, we will stop real quick, let you see them, let you read them, and even commentate on them, okay? So here we go with the first booster. So our first booster, we've got Decommission, Embrawl Gear Smasher, Dispersal Technician, Silkweaver Elite, 4th Bridge Prowler. He looks nice. He's a 1-drop, 1/1, and he enters the battlefield. You may have target creature get -1/-1. It's a nice little quick kill if you need it. Prey Upon, it's a fight card. Have Wielder Automaton, Aether Stream Leopard, Iron Tread Crusher, Consulate Turret, Untethered Express, Hema Aether Seer, Maverick Thopterus, and our rare is Metallic Mimic. Very nice first pull, and we get a Plains and the Ethereum Cell token. So first rare Metallic Mimic, we'll set that off to the back so we can review at the end. Dawnfeather Eagle, Gear Smasher, Leave to Dust, Herder, Night Market Aeronaut, another Silkweaver, Bastion Inventor, Wielder Automaton again, Cthulhu Sellback, Mobile Garrison, Hidden Herbalist, Feldar Guardian. Feldar Guardian, what do you think about that one, Kevin?
Well, it's one of the higher side cards for the simple fact is it lets you go infinite with Shipley Rye.
Oh yeah, that's right. I think there's another one with that, isn't there? There's one more infinite combo in the set.
There is actually several infinite combos in this set. It just depends on how you want to go about it. There is one where it says whenever you activate an ability on a creature, he gets +1/+1 to end a turn, and they're running it with the red-white dual land.
Oh yeah.
You pay 0 and switches attack and power, so you just do that as many times as you want.
Very nice, very nice. Well, hopefully we can maybe see that combo and show it off. Frontline Rebel, Technician, Infiltrator. Can't be blocked by artifacts. That's good right now with all the artifacts we have going on. Strangler, Unbridled Growth, Night Market Aeronaut, another Automaton. That's 3 in a row. Leopard, Crusher, Turret, Rallier. Now, I believe you're running that one in the PPTQ this weekend, aren't you?
I am. I like it for the simple fact is if you're playing an aggressive deck, it pretty much, if your opponent trades with whatever creature you have that is 2 or less, there are some very powerful 2 or less drops that isn't seeing play in standard right now, especially if you've seen the 1-drop Renegade Elf. He's a 1-mana 1/2 with Revolt. If permanent left, he gets a +1/+1 counter, and he has Death Touch.
Yeah. Well, here's another one we got right here. Me and my co-owner at the Dragon's Forge were talking about this yesterday. If you guys have been playing Smuggler's Copter, you got a pretty good little reprieve after losing it. especially with Aether Sphere Harvester now. Especially if you run some energy counters. It's got a crew 1 3/5 flyer, and you can pay 1 energy token and get lifelink on it. It's a good replacement if you lose Smuggler's Copper. You don't get the draw anymore, but you're getting some life back.
Actually, he's actually better than Smuggler's Copper at the moment because Smuggler's Copper died to almost all the removal in the format. He does not die to shock. He does not die to -4, -4.
That is true.
And plus, against the aggro deck, scanning 3 life every turn is very formidable.
Yeah.
He can block very effectively against almost any creature that is currently in this format.
Yep. Ally evasion. And if always, if we start going too fast, guys, you can pause the video real quick and read the card. Trophy Mage. And Baral. Nice little 2-dot. And get a little freebie off your instant sorcery spells if you play counters. 1 to get 1 off, I don't think is ever too bad.
Well, his other secondary effect is actually very relevant. It's draw and discard for control. So you can start to sculpt your hand accordingly.
Oh yeah, that is true. We're gonna start cutting these back cards from the back before we get to the front. Before we start going through the pack. So about 4 rares in, and we've not really had any too bad of rares. Call of Unity not too good, but 3 of them pretty fair. And our rare will be, we got a mythic, we got mechanized production. We got an artifact enchant, and you get to copy that enchanted artifact. I think that's pretty good with the set we've got right now. At forecasting, it might be a little bit slow, but being able to cop things is good.
I mean, it's a good card for Ephanium. Yeah. I mean, you can copy your Hulks. So I mean, like having a Hulk every turn isn't terrible.
No, it's not. Oh, so kind of know what the rare is going to be there on that one. Having shock back. Ice over. We got another shutdown. Seen a lot of shutdown cards coming back throughout the last few sets. Dreadnought Vehicle Crew 6 for a 7/11 for a 1-drop. Huh. I don't know. And Livecrafter's Bestiary. Scry 1, and when you cast a creature spell, you can pay green and draw a card. I don't know about that 3 casting on the top for it, though.
It's 3 casting for a Glimpse of Nature every turn?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're playing aggro, you're getting a draw card every time you're casting Dude.
Yeah, that
seems
true.
terrible. Especially in this format where it's very heavy in removal.
This is true. And our rare, Scrap Taller. Wrangle, that's one we haven't pulled yet.
It's the new Threaten.
Yeah.
I mean, Threaten's always around in standard.
Kill spell for creature or vehicle. Another 5.
Now that's a very interesting card.
Is it?
Yes, he lets you, whenever you put counters on something, which this format is revolved around, he lets you put +1.
Always getting a bonus counter is good.
So your revolt you get 2 counters off all your revolt triggers, and he's prevalent in he's a 2/3 for 2, so he gets around shock in most of the removal that is currently floating in this format.
That is very good indeed. And our rare Mechanic Stockhand.
Put that in your 50-cent box.
Yeah, that'll be in the 50-cent box. Not all good cards are good cards. So what do you think I know there's some of the Masterpiece that came out that's very expensive, but what do you have to consider as your favorite if you didn't have to go for price?
I'm a big fan of Leak Stone.
Leak Stone?
Yeah.
Well, I know it's
fine.
I know it's silly, but I could be happy with a Masterpiece Ornithopter just because I've played Thopters so much. Big artifact pack this time. Vengeful Rebel. And we got another mythic. Oh, we're starting to eat them mythics away though. Double strike, haste, and whenever Lightning Runner attacks, you get 2 energy. Then you may pay a bunch, and if you do, untap all creatures you control. After this phase, there's an additional combat phase. That could be fun. Especially if you're running a energy heavy deck.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, you're paying 5 mana for a 2/2.
And an extra combat phase if you stored up a bunch of energy counters.
Yeah. But the 2/2 has to make it in combat.
That is true. It's very easy to kill. Well, you got to kill on her turn. Hidden Stockpile, Revolt. At the beginning of your end step, if a permanent you control left this turn, create a 1/1 color servo. Sacrifice a creature, scry 1 for 1. So, what is our Revolt system this time, Kevin? Tell them a little bit how that works.
Our Revolt system's kind of like if you played around with Morbid when it was back in the day. It's a redefined. It says when a permanent leaves the battlefield this time, so it doesn't actually have to die anymore. It could just be you could just bounce a dude or something along that line. Or a lot of people are running it with Terramorphic Expanses. They'll crack it, special land, and trigger the Revolt.
Okay, very well, very well. You got a Herald of Anguish, as you guys saw for that last card. 7 mana, demon, 5/5, does bad things, like most demons. We're really eating through those mythics, and haven't seen a Tezzeret or another Planeswalker yet. Johnny would be nice, especially green-white. Midnight Entourage. Other Aetherborn you control get +1/+1, and when he or another Aetherborn you control dies, you get to draw a card and lose 1 life. We got a foil, and that's Poisoner. Well, we got another 3-drop gold. Enters the battlefield, draw a card, you get 2 energy. And our last card, Peace Walker Colossus. Another target vehicle you control becomes an artifact until end of turn. Artifact creature, I'm sorry. And crew 4 form. Quick little turnaround if you want to turn a vehicle around.
Yeah, but the prize in that pack.
Yeah, it was definitely the fatal push. Let's look and pull that up again real quick. 1 drop to destroy target creature if it has a converted card mana cost or 2 or less. And it's got Revolt. Destroy that creature if it has converted mana cost 4 or less instead of a permanent you controlled left the battlefield this turn. Very, very nice. We'll go ahead and... That one's worth moving over to the rare slot so everybody else can see it.
Well, the reason Fatal Push is so good right now, it's okay in Standard, but the main reason you love it is it kills 95% of the cards in Legacy.
That is true. That is very true.
And you're always using fetch lands to go get something, so you don't have to worry about not triggering Revolt.
And a whale. It's a whale. You have to have one big blue creature a set, I guess. I never see play, but it's a big blue creature. Seems like that's a rule that they never finished off with. Or an unspoken rule. Two reach guy. There you go, Death Touch. Rare. Aether Geode Miner. When Aether Geode Miner attacks, you get 2 energy. Pay 2 energy. Exile Aether Geode Miner. Then return it to the battlefield under its owner's control. Bounce guy.
So another gem that you missed in that pile is that is the top one, the blue one right there.
Yep.
It's really good in the artifact combo decks. For the simple fact is you can pay 2 blue and draw 3 cards.
That is true. That is true.
It probably will see play in some sort of affinity list.
The gremlins are back. And if you guys haven't actually really noticed it, Wizards has in fact came out and said that humans are being replaced for dwarves in the near foreseeable future from here on out for a while. So no more humans, but on the trade-off we get dwarves again. And we haven't had dwarves in a long time. A Dutch elf.
That card, I think, is really good, but it's not many people have seen it. For the simple fact is it's being overshadowed by Feldar Cub right now.
Yeah.
A 1 mana 1/2 with Death Touch that can trade almost any day is really good.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, if you trigger its Revolt, it becomes a 2/3, so you can't shock it anymore.
That is true. Solemn Recruit is our last one. White 3 casting double strike with Revolt. And you get to put counters on them. I love my counters. Back when the Tarkir block was a thing, I ran Abzan counters for a long time. So then I got smart and played Abzan aggro. Like most players did. Enchant lands.
Yeah, now they just need to reprint Warp World and we could be happy again.
Well, yeah. I doubt we'll get a Warp World reprinted. There's that guy again. I'll take another one of him. And Greenbelt Rampager. 1 drop, 3/4. He enters the battlefield, gives you some energy. And if you can't pay 2, you get 1 energy. That seems like that could be fun.
He's not bad. He's if you're not running an energy deck, he's really easy to trigger a revolt if that's something that you're trying to do a game plan around.
Yeah. Well, and if you're trying to store up energy,
yeah,
the quick energy. Just basically a 1 card for a bounce back to the hand and get an energy. Renegade map. It's just a map. Sack a map, go find a land.
But it is seeing play in the Colossus deck, which is funny.
That is true.
Definitely might not have ever seen if it would have never been Reflector Mage.
Yeah, but, well, you don't even have Reflector Mage anymore.
That's why you can play on 11-11.
Yeah.
Or my bad, 10-10.
10-10.
Cost 11.
Yeah. I'll still say it over here and cry about my copter. Hey, we got the red one. And we got a foil. Just about halfway through the box now, guys. And guys, if you see something we've missed, then by all means, please put comments in the comments down below. My English is terrible today. Tell us what you think your favorite combos are going to be and what your favorite card is from this set. And what you're hoping to see from our next set after this. But I'll say, after with this last block, seeing as we just got out of that really dark block of Return to Innistrad, I'm kind of happy to see some happy, light things and maybe get a little Twisted Darkness hanging out in the Kaladesh block. But we got a very light, airy block, I'd have to say, for a 2-set block.
Mark Roseberg said that we had a lot of sets back to back that was very dark and grim, and he wanted to make a set that had really bright colors. And I was really interested to see that they did a steampunk version of a Magic set.
Walking Ballista, there we go.
That is a standard MVP right now.
That is. If you can't, if you don't have a store close by, get these, because I do think they're going to go up and they may stick around for a little bit. I will be happy with that pull all day long. Well, that one's already got some wear on the top of it. Look at it. Work on your packaging. Can't be blocked by 2 or less. High on that cost, though. It's a Eraser. And Quicksmith Spy. Tap, draw a card for as long as you control it. Drawing cards in blue. That's the key of doing things. Well, sounds like somebody just died on the hotline. Yeah. A rare. Scram's Expertise. Create some servos and cast a card with mana cost 3 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. It's a little bit of work for 4 mana.
You're paying 4 mana for 3/1/1s.
Yeah, but you're also getting a free card as well.
Yeah, you get the 3 drop out of the deal, but
Could be a clutch card if you need a blocker.
yeah, only if it had instant speed.
There's another one. And our rare is a mythic, Planar Bridge. Pay 8 and tap it, search your library for a permanent, put it onto the battlefield, then shelf your library. Seems like a little bit of work there.
EDH fun.
Yeah, that is some EDH fun.
It's pretty much a reprint of Minor Former.
Yeah.
If old players, if you played back then.
We're showing our age, Kevin, when you telling people those kind of cards.
Yeah, but if you're an EDH player, it's a pretty good pick.
Yeah.
To go find. I mean,
I'm just happy to have some elves printed. Not some bad elves either. I do have to say I love the artwork. He did a very good job on picking out artwork for this set. And our rare, Spying Statuary. We didn't get much land in this set, did we?
no, but I think the reason is Standard's flush with all kinds of non-basic lands right now, and I think they want to weed it out a little bit before they put more in here.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, especially with us going and staying.
I mean, we already have man lands, all kinds of dual lands.
Yep. And it seems we don't have anything rotating right now at all for another good way. Wow, that card just feels really thick. And it's offcut. Look at that. Just feels really thick. There's a bad offcut too. Will Smith. Comes tap, target creature can't block. Oh, here we go. When Risk Arpima Renegade enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures, and each creature you control with a counter on it has add green to your mana pool. That's a green card. I could see that being some fun. Getting counters, getting mana. Anybody that plays elves goes, well, that's an elf card. Negate? Well, it's a negate. It's a hornet. And there we have it. Return up to 3 target artifacts or creatures to their owner's hands. You may cast a card with converted mana cost 4 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost.
I actually like this card. I don't know how I like it in Standard, but I really like this card if you happen to be playing a limited format and you happen to see it come by. I'd go ahead and pull it.
Yeah, well, I agree. In limited format, it's just really good. The one problem I don't like about this card is that little word right there.
Well, at the end of the day, you cannot have that as an instant speed to bounce 3 coverings and cast a 4-mana spell.
Yeah,
That would be too powerful.
Yeah, that would be too powerful, and we wouldn't even have a card printed like that. If they messed up, we'd see that for one event, and then we'd see it on a banned list.
I don't think it would be banned. It would be. I mean, it'd still be good, but I don't think it meets the qualifications to be banned. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be format defining. At the end of the day, it's still a 5-mana card.
Yeah.
I mean, if it was instant speed, it would be like a snap keep in like a limited format, and I think it would be played standard playable then. But I think they would make it too much of a tempo swing if it was instant speed.
Yeah, I could see that, and I agree with you there. A lot of really good 3-drop gold cards this set.
All the gold cards are actually really well placed, I think.
Ooh, here we go.
Even the green-blue one, like he just gives you energy, and he replaces himself for a draw, for a 3-mana drop. For a 3-drop isn't too terrible.
Got a pretty nice little regular rare, and then we got a foil rare of a Lifecrafter's Bestiary. Not a bad pack.
The black rare. I'll bring that back up.
Yep.
This is Magic's new version of Bob, or AKA Dark Confidant. It's really good. I mean, if you're playing like some version of like green black aggro or mono black aggro, he's a 2-mana 2/1 that has to be blocked by 2 guys, and if you just have the spare energy, you get an extra card every turn.
Yeah. That's a good little... That can help stabilize a lot of your situations that you come up against. Haven't seen any golden tickets yet. Maybe we have a little bit of luck left in these last few packs. I'm liking some of the vehicles that I've seen, but some of them it's just, maybe. Cup of Gripar. Sack it, and until your next turn, target player who has dealt combat by Cup of Gripar this turn can't cast non-creature spells. That's fun. Man, these cards just seem thick today. Maybe it's where I'm used to touching Pokemon cards. Sorry about that, guys. Heroic Intervention. Permanents you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn for an instant speed. Very nice. Especially for 2 casting. Continuing right along real quick. Kick those out. So what would you like to see if you're playing in a draft format, Kevin?
Well, I'm playing draft and I'm playing out of this set. I really would like to see like some Miniskies, or I would love to open a pack with the 1-drop elf that has Death Touch, because he's going to be able to trade with any drop, and in late game he's a 2/3, so he can block very, very, very profitably.
Death Touch Lifeline, that's good. And Crackdown. It's Crackdown. Yeah. That's a thing.
If I was opening packs and limited, I would just love to see like a Fatal Push.
Fatal Push, yeah. I think we'd all like to see Fatal Pushes. Yeah, that's where you go, yep, I'm playing black.
That's not a bad card to see in limited either. I mean, pacifisms in limited are still, I mean, they're still good. The pacifisms.
Yep. Quick triggers. This would have been good when we were having that Tom Ross heroic deck back a few sets ago. First strike, 1+0. Get a heroic trigger. That would have been fun.
What really would have been fun if they were printing it back then was Lost in Defense would have made the heroic deck really good.
I agree.
That's another card you might see. Lost in Defense is another card you might see an uptick on because there's a lot of like really cheap removal floating around, and at the end of the day, you're going to need something to, if you're playing a creature deck, to interact with it.
Yep. There's our new kind of counter spell, our rare counter spell for the set. Disallow counter target spell, activated ability, or triggered ability.
That card is cancel on crack.
It is. It really is.
It has 3 really good modes. Like the triggered ability mode probably won't come up much, but in the small instances that it does come up, it should be really good. If for your control players, if you remember playing with Azorius Charm back in the day, I mean the life link was on there. It was kind of like a hidden mode. You hardly ever used it, but when you did use it, it was very effective.
Yep. And Secret Salvage was our rare. Exile target non-land card from your graveyard, search your library for any number of cards with the same name, reveal them and put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. That's a thing.
They all can't be good rares.
No, they all can't be good rares. Well, we always have a saying here at the Dragon's Forge, good cards are good cards, and then there's bad cards that just wish they were good cards. Gotta have a little few rotten eggs in there.
Magic likes to do this cute little thing where they make uncommons and commons that should be rares, and they make rares that should be uncommons.
Yep. Negate. Yep. Tampering. Prizefighter Construct. Ravenous Intruder. Sacrifice an artifact, and he gets +2/+2 until end of turn. Monstrous Onslaught. Deal X damage, divided as you choose among any number of target creatures, where X is the greatest power among creatures you control as you cast Onslaught. And Expertise. Gain control of a target creature or vehicle until end of turn. Untap it. It gains haste until end of turn. You may cast a card with converted mana cost 2 or less from your hand without paying its mana cost. It's a lot of work for 3.
I mean, it's a threat and that lets you cast the dude. I mean, it's not. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing that in some type of limited format.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I understand they've got to print some of these cards for where they make sense for limited format, but I would do a little bit of work towards cards that limited format is going to move the cards. You're going to see them, and people are going to pick them up. But after that limited format, the guy that picks up the pack in the store, it's just going to sit there, and it's going to sit in a collection somewhere getting dust for days and days and years until one guy finds one deck for it.
I mean, threaten's always been a thing in Standard. I mean, in Magic the Gathering. I mean, that card's not the worst. I mean, you threaten and you get to cast a 2-drop. Is it rare worthy? I wouldn't go that far.
No, I agree. There we go. Put X counters on something. And Yanni's expertise. All creatures get -3 until end of turn. You may cast a card with mana cost 3 or less from your hand without paying its cost. Not all the expertises can be, but I mean, it's a 3 kill, but that's a 4-drop expertise.
It's a 4 mana that it kills a lot of stuff in the format. I mean,
Legendary monkey token.
you have to think back in the day, we was a big fan of the spell that gave all creatures -2/2.
This is true.
And Pyroclasm was very popular. So, I mean, like, it's a little bit slower than Pyroclasm, but, I mean, it's near the same level.
Yeah. I just missed Tragic Slip. Tragic Slip was a thing. Edificer. And we got a Foil Automaton. Down to the last 2 packs, guys. Gonna pull the luck out of there. Maybe pull a gold card. Feel like Willy Wonka. A rare. Battle at the Bridge. Improvise. Your artifacts can help cast this spell. Each artifact you tap after you're done activating mana abilities pays for 1 of it. Target creature gets -X/-X until end of turn, and you gain X life. If you're playing an artifact heavy deck, that could be a little turnaround for you. Especially if you can make infinite goats and then turn those goats into artifacts. And our last pack, guys. And Greenwheel Liberator. And Foil Foundry Hornet. Alright, guys, we'll go through the rares here real quick for you to see and a little bit of overlook.
That Liberator is actually a pretty good card. I mean, he probably won't be a 4/3 on turn 2, but it's very possible for him to be a 4/3 on turn 3 or possibly turn 4.
Very well. Just our quick little review at the end of the video, guys. That disallow, though. I like that one.
It's not bad. It's if rat spells become more relevant in this current format, that's not a bad way for like the very hyper aggressive decks to stay in the game.
Yeah.
If you don't want to pay 5 mana for crazy angel shenanigans.
That is true. So happy we got that. Walking Ballista is nice to me. All in all, I gotta say, not a bad box. We got some extra fatal pushes throughout there. Not complaining at all for that. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's really it. We're going to set the cards down. Again, want to thank you, Kevin, for being here for this box opening, giving some pointers, some tricks and tips. Stay tuned with us, guys. Our next one, we will be opening up a box of Roaring Skies from Pokemon TCG. That box has been one of the most sought after sets in Pokemon. It's where you get your Shamans and Ultra Balls and stuff like that. And always, thank you for watching our first video. This has been a Dragon Forge unboxing. Come to the Forge, where gamers are forged in fire. Thanks.